Are we literally rolling? Are we literally rolling?
How much time do we have? Is this an hour?
About an hour-ish.
Okay, cool.
Right. Anyway.
So within the hour, we're going to try to get someone off Grindr to come join us. So I didn't tell Phil Tonsils, so hopefully I don't get in trouble.
They'll be able to roll with punches. They're not new to this game.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Phil's chill.
So, obviously, let's do a fit check real quick. I just want to fit check.
Yeah, Riz.
Check this out. Check this out. Check the glasses out. You thought my glasses were small, but now they're smaller. Our guest, Peter Kalisch, also with some fancy shades.
Yeah, I came ready.
Two mustache bros as well. I think two iconic LA figures. In like
Too
the mustache,
iconic, yeah.
In the mustache world, there's not that like too many mustache musicians, artists in LA that I can think of off the top of my head.
MMA, mustache musician artist.
Is that a thing?
It is now. That's my kind of MMA.
Damn, that's fucking sick.
Really and there's sick. Also a personification of us on the table here.
Who is who?
I don't know. You decide. Peter? Let's vote.
Where am I? Personally, just saying, we were discussing this before. I would want to get railed by homeboy on the right.
Yeah.
Shark.
Yeah.
A for like, cause, what were they called? They were like action figures when we were like kids.
Oh,
like they rollerblade.
They have a brand name. Beyblade.
They roll.
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks. Really? Thank you so much,
this
Phil.
One's soft.
Whoa.
He's soft top.
Soft top, right? That's cool. Homeboy to the left. Notably due to his physique. Homeboys, there's no way he's soft. He's very hard.
He's a bottom.
He's definitely a
bottom.
Look
at his pants.
Yeah. We were discussing his pants
right
before.
There.
Yeah, we were just saying like
and he's dancing.
That you can't wear those pants and not be gay. Even if you're like beating ass WWE style, you're dressed like that. You know.
Yeah.
You're fooling around.
You're pretty much a flavor. It's basically a pride parade float. Yeah, it's one and the same for sure.
Yeah.
But that's like the great thing about art, right? The homoeroticism.
Sure.
Think about ancient, like Christianity.
Totally.
Ancient Christian art.
Totally. I like
the flamboyance is there.
Yeah. So. True. Totally. Well, speaking of art, so I think like the way I'm going about a lot of this stuff is because I think a lot of people who are going to be watching this podcast don't necessarily know who these artists that I'm interviewing are, because I'm trying to keep it specific to like LA locals, people involved in like local LA scenes in some regard. So can you like describe what you're currently doing?
Currently I'm working on film,
okay,
which you have been lovely enough to take a part of. Yeah, I mean, I was a performance artist for the longest time. I was curating queer space forever. And lately I've shifted into film, specifically with this one project. And it's all about, power dynamics, exploitation, like hedonism, fun stuff like that. Just family friendly, no, but for real, that's
definitely not the goal now.
Yeah, definitely not. You had fun at the shoot though.
I did. So I am an extra. Can I say?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was a cruiser in Peter's film, which, okay, some backstory to this. So my perspective of cruising was very limited before this. I was very educated at this shoot because I thought cruising solely was like you were at a particular bar or an event or a club and like you dress a particular way. You put like a red bandana in your back left pocket and that means this, signaling things you're into, which I know is a thing.
Yes, that's within the umbrella, of cruising, but
that's all I thought cruising was. So
no, you got witness to a whole new world, my friend.
I fucking witnessed hard as fuck. So
he got witnessed.
I got fucking witnessed. So where was the location? Do you want to share that?
We say? I don't know.
Are we exposing?
It's in LA, and if you're
It's near Dodger Stadium.
yeah,
I'll say
they
that.
are.
If you
Yeah,
know,
there you
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
And
So
then shame on you, because
yeah, this
this
horrible.
location
I would
is
never do
dirty.
that. Yeah, I
This
would
location is
never
filthy. It's
ever be
for
caught
real.
dead there.
It's some real slut shit, and like y'all know me, I love real slut shit, and I was really like taken back. I was put. I don't want to say like totally put out of my elements,
I don't
but
even know how I knew about it. I would like never go there.
I get. Well, it is like an iconic spot, right?
Yeah, I mean,
For doing what I'm about to explain.
yes, yeah, it is. It's one of the most active spots for this in LA. It used to be more like Santa Monica Boulevard, West Side, WeHo, but
Okay.
it's gotten so, bougified.
Right.
But
This was not bougie at all. This is in the middle of the fucking woods, folks.
and we didn't even. I made it a point to do it a bit away from the main area because did you
Oh.
say you accidentally went to the main area and then you came
Let
to
me
where we
explain.
were?
Let
Yeah,
me
all right.
explain. So
Let's
I
hear it.
pull up and I had some problems with directions trying to find this place. It was on a trail, and I'm like, get outside of my car, and there's a few different trails in places that are like not where like Peter described, and I'm sort of confused. I'm like walking around, but I just keep noticing that there's all these like people, men, just kind of like
Yeah,
walking up towards me.
specifically.
And then, so I'm sort of like alert to it, and I'd sort of like walk away because I'd be like, all right, the person's like getting a little too close. Then I become like very alert to that, like all of them were like very like pretty femme and like noticeably like queer. And then I was just like,
We
what's
have a
going on? Like
couple
I'm
words
like
for those.
really, I'm very confused. Like, and it was at night, and I'm like, because when I first pulled up, I was just like, damn, everyone's out here hiking, getting their fucking jog
Yeah,
on.
like
Like,
it's
this is
lit up
cool.
here.
But then, like, at some point, and I'm just like, I'm texting you, and you're like shooting your own scenes, like, you weren't responding. And I'm like on my car, and I just noticed there's like three dudes kind of walking up to me. And in my head, I was just like, oh, I'm about to get jumped right now.
That's hilarious.
And they like,
No,
so
it's a different
I'm like
kind of
trying to like hype
thing.
myself up. I'm just like, all right, like
That'll just make him want it more, though.
probably.
Yeah. They're like,
And
he's
well,
straight. We need
which
it.
kind of makes sense with the way this one dude responded. Because all right, this one kid, first person who like I kind of noticed something was like strange about where I was. He gets real close to me, and I'm just like 5 or 6 feet away from me. He's just like standing there,
Hmm.
and he's just like, hi. And I'm just like, can I help you? Like, what do you want? And he's just like, oh, like, um, and I'm like, the fuck's your deal,
Rejected.
dude?
Yeah, he's like, whatever, bitch.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
he's like,
But was like still
asshole.
like down. He was like still down to like convert. He was just like, oh, like okay, like, and I'm like, all right, that
And
was
you still
real
don't
weird.
know like what's
No
happening yet.
fucking idea.
Yeah.
And so then there's like the three dudes who like kind of approach me, and they're like very noticeably like walking towards me and like kind of following me, because I tried to like go off on this trail to be like, all right, if they follow me on the trail, then they're following me. And they were following me probably because they were fucking trying to my
Yeah.
ass. And
Must
respectfully, of
bust a
course,
nut.
obviously I get it. But like,
Yeah, who wouldn't? Come on.
sure,
Who doesn't want
right.
this?
So what I tried to do is like my whole thing. It was just like, all right, these dudes are trying to get me right now, so I'm gonna get them before they can get me. Not like physically, but they were maybe like 15 feet away from them, and I like quickly turn around, and I'm just like, the fuck do you want? I'm like talking shit,
Oh,
and it was
shit.
these like three very twinky like 20-year-olds.
And the twinks
The
scattered.
twinks, they didn't scatter. They weren't scared at all.
Oh, really? I told you they like it more like
I
that.
guess so. And I was just
Probably.
like, damn, like the fuck is going on?
Oh, you poor
And
thing.
then I just kept seeing like just everyone's just like staring at me, and I'm trying to find where the shoot is, and I'm like, where the fuck am I right now? I don't think anyone's hiking. I'm so confused. Everyone's just kind of walking in circles.
Yeah.
And then I see one of your friends in a car, or one of the other actors.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was or their name, but they're like hey, are you here for Peter's shoot? And I was just like,
God.
yeah. And I like get in his car, which was also kind of weird because I was just like, I don't know who this guy
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
But he
Like,
said
what if
you're,
that plot twist,
yeah,
like, that's
exactly,
actually a
exactly.
killer?
And
Yeah.
that's like, I don't know, some code like come in Peter's car.
Peters.
But anyway, so I go in and we're like chatting for a second. We're trying to figure out. And then he's just like, hey, like, did you notice anything weird about this
Oh,
place?
stop. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen, you know?
And I was just like, yeah, dude,
Oh,
I'm
God.
not
You poor
sure if
things.
I'm getting jumped or what, but I was
You're
just
like,
like,
I don't, people are following me. I
all
don't know
these
what's
gay dudes are
happening.
following
Yeah.
me, and I'm really confused. And then I get mad at them, and they don't do anything. They're not afraid. And I'm like,
Wow.
what? I was like, I need to fucking hit the gym
Training
harder or
ground.
something.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. That's a training ground for the apocalypse.
yeah. So
Wow.
he had a similar experience, and then he was just like, oh, like, and then we kind of figured it out
Mm-hmm.
what that was.
Mm-hmm.
And then we found the shoot, and then we talked to the other dudes there who
The
were more educated.
non-cruisers, yeah.
Yeah, the non-cruisers met with the. I guess there were like a few cruisers in that crew who like really knew about
Who
that
knew what was
culture.
up? Yeah, totally.
But I
Yeah,
learned a lot,
definitely.
and they told me all about it, and I was pretty blown away.
Yeah.
And then I just thought it was so crazy. Like during our shoot, like um, just people just kept popping out of the woods.
That was the best part. Like, so it's totally guerrilla style, like in the public park, and we had a whole generator and a light, like a giant light thing and everything, and there's luckily, the helicopter didn't end up being anything about us, but there was this helicopter flying around forever. But then sometimes, like, actual cruiser guys would come, like, out of the bushes and be all like, and then, like, try to, probably were scared. They were like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Some
oh, like,
like
don't
Chris
film me.
Hansen
Yeah, yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah. Like,
shit.
here we are, Dateline NBC,
Yeah,
expose on
right.
cruisers. Like, here
Right.
you are, like,
What, sir? What are you doing
yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
here?
What are you doing out
What's in your
here in the
backpack?
woods? Yeah. Oh man, that would be so fucking horrible.
So, also to give more context, so this scene that we were shooting, me and maybe 7 or 8 other dudes were cruisers. So it was like, I don't know, we just went to the cruising capital of LA
Pretty
and
much.
sort of just saw it happen in
I like
real
to take
life
you to the
too.
source. Yeah.
Took us to the source. It was
Yeah.
also crazy because so that whole thing happened. Like your friend picked me up, and then we get to the shoot, and you're in the middle of shooting a scene.
Hmm.
Can I share?
Yeah. Yeah. Go
And
for it.
like some dude, um, I don't know the context of it, but just is like attacking you, and you guys are fighting, and you just keep doing. You probably did like 7 or 8 takes or something, and y'all are like not like not like punching each other in the face, but like y'all wrestling pretty hard. And I was just like,
I
damn,
wanted
like
to
what
make
a.
it look
It
real.
looked very real. It was very scary. I was like, dang, like poor Peter. Like fuck, like this is sort of hard to watch.
After
Like
you had witnessed trauma,
literally,
you had been traumatized, then you witnessed me get traumatized. It's a whole psychological like thing.
I guess.
I'm like what's it like Werner Herzog or who's the one with the Lily Tomlin video? Have you seen that?
I don't think so.
Does Phil know this? The Lily Tomlin versus this director, but someone will know it.
Someone will know
I
it.
like to torture my stars is what
I was
it is
tortured.
about.
Yeah, Peter was tortured.
Lars von
It was
Trier.
just for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just very intense. Like it was just a lot of mixed emotions, and then we're all just kind of like standing there and just like watching like Peter get his ass beat and beat ass at the same time. It was like it was a scuffle.
Yeah, yeah, y'all are
Um,
just like, okay, like,
yeah,
hey, we're here, and then I'm like coming out all bloody, and I'm like, okay,
yeah.
hey
You're like,
guys,
okay,
like,
so
what's up?
thanks for coming, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty cool, and it was like if you would have asked me what I would have thought would have been happening at a shoot of a film you're making, like, I
Hmm.
mean, I know what you're into art wise for the generally speaking, and I know
Hmm.
you're into some dark shit.
Hmm.
So 'twas to be expected, but it was
Yeah.
still, you know,
Can I tell what the plot of the film is?
by all means.
So, yeah, so basically, it's called Exploitation. It's like an art drama thriller, I guess, about these three main characters, Marcus, Baby, and Sam, and the first act is they're kind of going around like Nymphomaniac Volume 1 style, like getting into these messed up situations that sort of touch on like the hedonism and inherent exploitation going on in gay nightlife culture, essentially. And in the second act, the main character, Marcus, meets the main antagonist, who is this fetishist, kinkster guy. He's super obsessed with getting chemically castrated because of his whole power dynamics and letting go of whatever exploitative things he's done in his past and all that. But then he's also running this OnlyFans Twitter where he picks up homeless, houseless guys, drug addicts, and pays them to film them, like having sex, whatever, creates this whole like industry online. And the main character, Marcus, like gets all involved in that. So it's really about like a few different things. Exploitation, obviously, within the title. How the lines of victim and villain are often blurred. Like, if you've been someone who's marginalized, who's had exploitative things done to you, if you go on to like do that to somebody else, how much does that absolve you? Like, at what point are you a victim or not a victim anymore, which is obviously involved in the whole Marcus getting in the whole, that whole industry with the antagonist. So, and what ends up happening in the plot kind of depicts like all of those internal moral struggles. So, that's the main. That's it. Very family friendly.
Fucking dark shit.
Yeah, but it's
Sounds
really
cool.
go. Oh,
Very
yeah,
cool.
it's all based too on stuff that I've really experienced. So I think that as well makes it pertinent. I feel like people who have read the script, especially queer people, are like, "Oh yeah,
Been
like
there,
I've
sort of.
experienced that." I
Yeah.
mean, anyone. It's not really just about like
Sure.
queer,
Yeah.
only, but yeah.
Right. So if you ever, if you don't mind me asking, just going back to cruising,
Mm-hmm.
have you cruised? Like, are you comfortable
Yeah,
sharing that? Yeah.
who says I'm not right
I
now?
mean,
No.
whoa.
Yeah. Shit. We gotta. Oh yeah. Oh, I actually came to profess my love to you on camera. I came
Damn.
to tell you. Um,
Holy shit.
sorry, that was a lot.
This
That
is
was a lot.
this is extreme. I'm getting got right
It's
now.
okay. Okay.
Always
I
the
want.
unexpected. Always the unexpected
This
with
is
you.
what I want.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
I wanted to.
What
We
did you
all
say?
wanted.
Have I ever cruised?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Was it cool? Was it safe? Were you
Uh.
scared? I don't know. Tell
God.
me
I
your thoughts on
mean,
it.
I used to do it more when I was still drinking, but
Right. You've been sober for like a few years now? Like,
3.5
damn, dude, nice. Good
consistent.
job.
Thanks. Yeah. I
It's
mean,
great.
it's whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good for me for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think the danger is like there's a titillation involved there, like especially because now it's like the dangers imposed societally onto gay people are less, Sure, they're like with laws and, everything going on, definitely. But you know what I mean? Like when there's not like in the 80s when things were like more oppressive and outlawed and
Sure.
like people cruising was a necessity, and so I think with gay people there's this like subconscious hardwired um almost like a rush or like a connection to it.
Sure. With like the deviance attached to
A
it
little bit.
from its history.
Yeah, I think. Or
Yeah.
maybe that's just me. But
I mean, yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, wild.
But
Um,
it definitely like, especially in a place like that, can be dangerous.
yeah, that really blew my mind.
Doing it at night too. And also drugs. I mean, and that's involved in the film as well. It's like drugs
Right.
is a big issue in the gay scene.
I was trying to think of earlier when the first time I met you and if you were sober or not. And I remember when. It was at the forest. And
The forest.
the forest was where I lived with
Oh my
Leilani
God.
and where we had the shows and stuff. I
Oh, yeah,
forgot
yeah,
which
yeah, yeah, yeah.
show it was. Um, But I remember you being there, and it was funny because it's so you coded. You were just kind of like sitting down, and we were all like getting fucked up around this like table or whatever. Like the show's over, and you're just kind of
Okay.
like a little smug, and then like not really engaging
Oh
in conversation too much.
man.
But then we
Damn.
started talking about like art films and
Uh-huh.
books, and
Uh-huh.
you were just like knee deep in it, and like we were chatting a lot about it,
Oh,
and
that's great. Okay,
it was
so it was
cool.
good.
It was really cool. I just
Okay.
remember just being like who is this dude?
I was just like, I'm bored. Like,
Pretty
was that
much,
what I was
yeah,
doing? I'm
probably.
sorry.
No, it was
Shit.
like I mean
Oh
it wasn't a bad thing. It was a
no.
vibe. It was I was interested. I was like because you looked cool. I think you had like a rat tail or something, and it was pink or blue.
I used to
Am I
have blue
right?
hair. It was probably blue most of the
Blue
time. It
seems
was,
yeah.
yeah. But
Um,
I apologize. It's
no,
probably
don't
just
be sorry. I was just like, who is this?
insecurities.
Just because like I had just moved to LA then, and I was just like very hungry to meet anyone who I thought was cool, and I'm having punk shows at my house. There's just
Yeah,
like cool people all the time. So it's like,
yeah,
who's that dude? That dude looks cool. I'm gonna
yeah.
say what's up to him. And then I don't know. I forgot what we started
Well, the
talking
rest
about,
is
but
history. I mean, we've come a
rest
long
is
way
history.
for
Yeah.
sure. Come a
Um.
long way.
Yeah. Queer space is Queer space had its last event
For
for
now,
now.
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I think it's great. I mean, it socially and spiritually, it's super gratifying to throw shows, but it can get taxing in like every other aspect, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
Throwing a single show
yeah.
is so fucking hard. I've
Yeah.
never successfully done it because I've failed emotionally and have given up.
Well, maybe me too. I probably just repress it.
Yeah, it's tough. It's just a lot of persistent work
Hmm.
and um, just like getting dates and times correct. And it's just like thinking about it this way, it's just like, all right, let's try to get four bands. All these bands have four or five people in it. Let's find a date and time where we can all be in the same place at the
Hmm.
same
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
at a cool venue.
Hmm.
Insane.
Hmm.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know,
It can be difficult to make money off of it too.
that
You
too.
know, I
Yeah,
mean, especially if you're just promoting. I mean, unless you're working with artists who really sell places out, but
sure. And like DIY stuff. Like
if
it's,
you, yeah, if you want to throw just like whatever, 100, 200 cap venue shows and you want to pay everyone, then you probably won't walk home with very
yeah.
much for what
Did
the
you
work you
did
put
you do
into it.
well?
Certain ones, I mean,
Yeah.
big shows, I would make like a few grand, and then
Okay.
sometimes
That's great.
I would lose money sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the biggest I've lost probably $600. That was probably the most loss I've had, but that
That's a
still was like,
lot.
that's a lot
That's
to
like
lose, you know?
yeah.
But then throw a sold out show and then you make like
Sure.
2,500. So it's like a risk. It's a risk.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing actually. You're like my therapist right now. That's probably the thing that is the reason why I stopped because the risk would give me anxiety, you know?
Sure.
Like you would think you would do one show 6 months prior with the same lineup and you would
So you
sell it out
expect
and
to
then
yeah.
sorry, no, but and then you like book the same person and then you don't for whatever
Right.
reason. Like it's just sometimes it was just random. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Shit's hard. Shit's
I
super
mean,
fucking
I
hard.
could try to like get investors and shit, but that's a whole psychological like dancing for money kind of thing,
Yeah, right.
which
Yeah.
I could be better at for
Sure.
sure.
I mean, that's gotta kind of suck. I mean, I guess it depends on if it's a complete stranger kind of thing, like that could be scary and intimidating. But if it's like
Hmm.
someone you know who works at this venue or is an investor or whatever, it could be easier. But
Yeah.
yeah, that shit's tough. Fuck throwing shows. Shout out to people who throw shows because like DIY stuff too, like doing shit that
Hmm.
Peter did. By the way, Queer Space, you want to talk about Queer Space's mission statement, which I think is really cool. Like
Yeah, I mean, we have like a written out thing. I can't really
the
remember.
way you described it to me was this was years ago, but you were like, "Oh, this like there's all these queer events that are like really happy and really prideful, which are
Mm-hmm.
great and cool, but like
Mm-hmm.
queer space is for like the queer artists with angst and who
Yeah.
are upset and are angry.
The
Um,
pessimist party.
the pessimist party,
That's the
yeah,
political party we should start.
yeah, the pessimist party.
No, but yeah, actually though, because I think a lot of dark queers, for lack of a better term, like I just felt like there was a niche, and I know that that was the case because people would come and tell me like, "Wow, this lineup is like so cool," or "It's crazy that whoever is playing." So yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I could go back to it eventually, but I also think, I don't know. I don't know about you, but sometimes, I mean, you're doing podcasts and reels and new stuff now, so I think artists sometimes go through phases where a certain medium just like hits more directly with what you want to talk about, and sometimes you need to like move on from projects. I mean, you've
Yeah,
been in
that's how it
different.
is. It's an up and down thing. It's weird too because, um, so just in the past 2 weeks, I'm auditioning for a band on Thursday, which I'm
Okay.
pretty sure I'm gonna get. They're called. I'm
Sick.
just gonna say it. Well, if I say it, do you think I'm gonna?
I don't know. Phil can bleep it,
That's
maybe.
right. This will actually be released after my audition, so
Oh,
we could
okay.
bleep them out if they
Oh,
don't take
okay.
me, and then I
Cool.
could talk
Yeah.
shit over them.
Yeah. Like beep
Yeah,
and then
it's like
like
clearly my voice,
this
and I'm
man.
just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
well, they're
yeah.
Bitch Kiss.
Yeah.
Do you know Bitch Kiss?
No, no, I don't know them.
They're
That's
kind
cool
of
though.
like a punk surf rock bands.
Okay, sick.
Very John Watersy.
Love that.
Like the singer kind of looks like Pam Anderson. Super
Okay,
slutty
sick.
lyrics. It's just about like having giant tits, killing men,
Hmm.
having fake
Is it like
tits.
surfboard or something like
It's
that kind of vibe?
not like it's more rock and roll.
Okay, like Seth Bogart or
A little bit,
something. Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
Um,
That's rad.
it's really fun. The
Hmm.
songs are fun. The lyrics are fucking hilarious
Hmm.
and
That's
cool.
awesome.
I saw them a couple days ago and met them, and they were all cool. And they put on like a badass show at some gallery space in Hollywood somewhere. I can't remember. But yeah, so there's like that, which I think I'm gonna get. Um, and I started a project. Speaking of queer space, I started a project with Leilani.
Hmm.
Again, we're doing another like noise rock
Oh, sick.
kind of
That's
thing. We're
awesome.
both gonna be singing.
Okay, sick.
So far, I feel like man, I'm really putting this out there. But yeah, it's like, um, yeah, it's just like me and Leilani, this person Echo, who's in uh, Shimon Cassette and the Zamboni sound system.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I know
Love
them.
Shimon.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shimon. And then Sasha, oh, I'm gonna chop up his name, Gruloff or something. I don't fucking know. He's in like 800 bands. One of the best drummers in LA, in my opinion. Um,
Sick.
so
I can't wait to hear it. That's awesome.
we've had like two
Uh-huh.
practices, or I guess three technically.
Yeah.
So it's still in the works, but as opposed to like a month ago, and
Mm-hmm.
especially starting this podcast
Yeah.
and like doing stupid shit on Instagram, like reels and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, man, like I got no music things right now. It is kind of fun to just
I
like,
knew that was gonna happen. Sorry for
oh, you're
that.
good. But yeah, I don't know. And it's just life in general. It's just like the thing you want. You're just like, wow, nothing's working out, nothing's coming together, and then like, boom, things just kind of fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, as of a month ago, it's just like I'm in no bands right now, and now I'm like gonna be in two,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
That's like manifestation.
I think
Like once
so.
you give it up, then you're in like five bands.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
When it rains, it pours,
When it
baby.
rains, it fucking
Come
pours. Yeah.
on.
So I'm really stoked. I haven't played a show in 2025 yet. Um, and I'm like, usually where I'm at, it's like if I go 30 days without playing a show, I start like kind of losing my mind.
Yeah.
I get I just sort of, because I moved to LA to make music,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm not, I'm like, the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I should be in fucking, I don't know, Ireland on a goddamn sailboat or something, like doing something stupid and dumb, like
Yeah.
something not in a city. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm in the city. I know all these people. I have all these connections. Like, I have more of an opportunity to get shit done than like fucking anybody on the planet,
Mm-hmm.
just because I have roots here in at one of the most thriving art cities on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
Yeah.
like, who the fuck are you? You suck. Like, what are you doing wrong? That's always like, I'm very like
Well, it's very
self-abusive.
empowering, and you have like a sense of connection with the audience, and you feel like it's like esteem building,
It is.
and performing in general, I think that medium of art, like the immediacy, the danger, the like fact that it's live, is just something really thrilling about it.
Yeah,
It's good for the soul.
it's good for the soul.
Chicken soup for the soul
Chicken soup for the
on
soul.
that bass.
Yeah,
But that's really cool. I mean, you have been in a lot of different projects.
yeah, I've tried.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so who knows? We're still like figuring out like sound and all of that.
Uh-huh.
But
Well, what's your favorite thing about playing shows?
my favorite thing about playing shows is I guess being in a space where I could act entirely impulsively,
Mm-hmm.
but I've done enough training to where it's appropriate. Appropriate within the punk rock world, and
Yeah.
it's just like, yeah, because I don't know. Sometimes I want to punch someone in the face,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just gonna do that unless it's
Mm-hmm.
like warranted, or I want to shit on the floor, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing some GG Allen shit. But you know what I'm saying? You could. It's flowing, like being in the state of flow,
Yeah.
like
There's some,
live.
do you know someone that you may or may not know who just got like they shit on the floor during their performance
Was it
and they got called
the
out?
GG Allen cover band?
No, I didn't even know
Because
about
someone
that. What
shit
is
at the.
that?
Can I say? I'll just call it the church.
Yeah.
Someone.
Oh. Oh
This
wow.
was maybe about 8 months ago or something. There
Oh
was a
damn.
GG Allen cover band and
Uh-huh.
homeboy shit on the floor of Church of Fun,
Oh,
and
man.
then apparently this is some chisme. I don't know if it's true. Apparently he didn't help clean it up, and it was just whoever was living there with like cleaned it up, which is like, you're not really
You gotta
GG
clean
Allen
it
if you're gonna
up at
pretend to be GG
least.
Allen. Like,
Yeah.
clean your literal shit
Yeah,
up,
yeah, yeah. Oh
like, because they're
man.
they're providing a space for you to get your kicks to like shit in front of a bunch of
I mean,
people.
the smell would
Yeah,
bother me
also,
more than
and like,
anything.
that's a small, like, and it was packed. I saw videos. I didn't see
Wow.
videos of him shitting. You
I
know,
love that. That's a scandal.
it's cool, but it's like, I just feel for the people who cleaned his shit.
Yeah, it's like,
And it's like the church people, like, they're just like, they're not like employees, like, they're just trying to make a cool art space.
yeah.
And
Yeah, there's someone also in the scene who is more of like a noisy performance artist person, and they did it, I think,
so recently,
in yeah, it was like in 2024,
and
and
they
now
shit.
all of yeah, and it like went viral, and Vice News did an article about it and everything, and now I don't know. I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it can be like the best thing that ever happened to someone in a way because it puts so many eyes on you. But also, I feel bad for them because now, whenever you go to their Instagram, every time they post anything, it's like, fuck you, like, you fucking, like,
Oh,
piece of shit, and like,
what was the venue that they
all this stuff. I'm like,
what
oh
was the venue that they
God,
shit at?
you poor thing. I don't know. I can look it up, I guess.
Like,
But
okay, I
it was
think
like a bar. I mean, like, look, I get, like, I totally understand being upset if someone shits on the floor of your venue, especially if they haven't said anything or they're not going to clean it up.
it's
Yeah,
still
I mean, yeah,
cool.
that's
It's
all I
still
have to say.
fucking cool
Well, it's all
to some extent.
yeah, but and just the way it's funny because Gigi Allen wasn't around when social media and cancel culture like vibes was happening. So now it's like we're seeing someone do some shit like that and like
Right.
how a different reaction. I don't know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's just a.
Right.
It's like the phases of shitting as a performance is like it's so different now.
Right. That's insane.
This is gonna get like this
Flagged
is gonna get
immediately.
like yeah
We'll
like
have to be uploaded to Pornhub or
someone's
something.
gonna when the film comes out, someone's gonna like screen grab this and be like,
Exactly. Yep.
look at what he said about
Okay, here's one thing though. So,
oh shit.
talking about shit, I did um there was a Cancer Christ show in Nebraska where the we were a little upset with the bookers because they put no effort into promoting, no effort into getting any bands that draw. And it was in
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska, which a city we
Mm-hmm.
never played
Was it
in.
in like Omaha or Lincoln or
It was in
where?
Omaha.
Okay.
I can't remember what the place is called, but it was like a Tuesday night,
Okay.
and there was not a lot of people there. There was maybe 20 or 30. It was probably the smallest show we ever played. And I didn't do
Wow.
this vindictively towards the venue. It kind of was just like, so the whole vibe, it was just like, no one was in there, but everyone who was in there was vibing with us and was enjoying the set and stuff. But they told us before the show, they were like, "Oh, we're like tearing down the stage in like a few days," and we're like, "You're tearing down the stage in a few days," and they're gonna like make a new one.
Uh-huh.
So we started like at some point,
Oh, so
like
they were kind of like giving you the green light to do
sort
whatever you
of.
want.
So the show starts happening, and we're like, there's some ramp. We like broke the ramp up to the stage, and then at
Mm-hmm.
some point, I go out into the crowd and we'll play like in the pit and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I just took out my dick and just started peeing,
Wow.
like right on the floor.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
like peeing on people's shoes, and they
Okay.
loved it.
Yeah.
They were just like, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's
It
incredible.
was like, okay, there's a weird
Golden
thing. I
showers.
don't know if you felt this way doing like performance art and stuff. Because I would like, with Cancer Christ, I would spit in people's mouths all the time, spit in their drink, take their drink, like lick them. But there was always some sort of communication that would go, nonverbal communication that would go on
Yeah.
beforehand where I would kind
Mm-hmm.
of like assess
Mm-hmm.
the vibes. And I've never been wrong ever.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
real.
misread it. And I mean, you don't have to literally ask someone, and sometimes I would,
Mm-hmm.
but
No, that's real.
you know,
I mean, especially it's like when you go to a show like Cancer Christ, you're going for a reason, like they
kind
were
of.
kind of expecting that.
They kind of were.
So,
And my name was
but
Piss Snake,
but I
so
have definitely performed in places. Like, did y'all ever play a show where it was like totally the opposite vibe and people were like, "What the fuck?" Like, did you ever play anything like that, or were people usually like booking you because they knew what you were gonna bring?
um we pl- not really. People were all sometimes it would take a few songs and people
Yeah,
would eventually like get into it and kind of understand our
the vibe.
message
Yeah.
and the vibe. But there was never a time, and I really wanted one,
Mhm.
where everyone was just like super confused, didn't get
Mhm.
it, hated it.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
whole
Yeah.
thing with
Yeah.
art too, and I feel like you're probably on board with this also. So it's it's like easy to make art that's been done before that will work. It's like you play something that people are expecting and they're going to like it. This is a punk crowd. I'm going to play a punk song.
Mhm.
They're naturally going to like it and they're going to
Mhm.
stay. But how can you make someone stay at your show and they hate what you're doing and they
Oh
don't like it?
wow.
That's like the coolest shit to me. And that's why like I love Throbbing Gristle and Harsh Noise because like that stuff inherently sounds like shit and is not cool or like
Yeah.
it's not fun.
Yeah.
So like how do you get people to still watch and think about your performance but not like it? That's like something I get off on.
Yeah. I think right now, like having a strong visual component is really important for that. I don't know, because I'm thinking about stuff I've done. I don't know, it's hard to say though, because sometimes I feel
You know what
like
I mean, right?
sometimes,
Like,
yeah, no, I know. I wanna just elicit hate. I think one
you
time
do.
this Marie Antoinette thing I did at Zebulon was kind of like that, where people were just there for a music show. I opened for Donzi, who's amazing. And I don't know. I mean, I get people clap at it. Just felt like, people were a little bit like, what? But people were watching and they were it was that 50-50 thing of like, this is really weird. Like, I don't know if I like this, but like, it's
I'm
kind
still
of
here.
captivating in a way. Like, a kind of,
That's
like
cool. That's like,
discomfort.
I think it's so hard to find, especially in music, to find like art that isn't digestible just because
Mm-hmm.
so much has been done. And it's like, when I see something that like I don't like understand, where I'm like, wait, like actually what the fuck is
Mm-hmm.
this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, doesn't matter the genre or style or whatever, like I'm probably gonna be into it. Or
Yeah.
at least I'm gonna like put some mental work into
Yeah.
like consuming it and
Right.
trying to like understand and analyze it and render some sort of, analysis
Mm-hmm.
of it, something like that.
Yeah, there's like a curiosity to it, like something that keeps you wanting more, or it describes like a feeling. Because I think that for me is the thing, is I feel like discomfort is just a common occurrence these days with just the way things are going societally, politically, like everything. So I think it's important for art to reflect that.
Sure.
So I think that's why I've always been attracted to those things that kind of, we're discussing something real, but maybe it's in a surreal way, you know?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
So, yeah, but also, shifting from live performance to film is a whole different mindset because everything just requires so much more planning and stuff. So it's not just this like, oh, like you're very intentional about making people uncomfortable. It's easier in live performance, I think.
Sure. Well, I think it's, you know, uh, you kind of just get on stage and lose your shit. Whether you're playing songs, you're doing harsh noise, and whatever the fuck, it's like it just happens right there and it
Mm-hmm.
ends right there. And you're subjected to how the venue looks and how the sound is, and it's just like, I mean, not that I don't know from experience, but much more to think about when trying to shoot a scene. You
Yeah.
know, location and actors and time and yeah, a million and one things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's cool in a way because I think it's been nice to shift my mindset in that way. Because, yeah, with performance, it's just like sometimes it's like, da, 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 and all this shit's happening, and then it like happens so fast, and then it's over.
Yeah,
Whereas film is kind of forever. Sorry.
right.
Sorry.
Um,
So what else?
well, it is now the story time portion of the
Okay.
podcast.
It's story
So
time.
the theme is I'm gonna do a bad date. Could you do a bad date? I know you kind of
Honey,
you want.
of course.
All right, yeah, let's do bad dates.
What
Go
if we
for it.
were on one right now? No, it's
Well,
not bad.
I would be a very
Bing!
lucky boy, right?
Zing! No, just kidding. No,
Um,
we're both lucky to have each other right
yeah, we
now.
are very lucky.
Fiesta de Zalg. What's
Um,
Zalg?
what? Okay, so bad date story. Sorry, I don't know what that means either.
Moving
Um,
on. Because it's like a meow wolf thing. It's not even real. It's not
uh,
this motherfucker is not real. Okay.
bad date.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay.
What's up,
Um,
shades, for this one?
oh my God, there's so many. I mean, when they're a lazy top, that's a bad date. I mean, that's just in general. So I'm kind of getting generals out of the way first.
Okay,
Like when they just like lay down, I'm just like, okay, so I'm
sure,
just supposed to like do everything. That's
right.
something. Or like when they're too dom, like it's like a red flag. Like when they,
Right off the bat.
yeah, like one time, or like they like want you to sleep over on the first date. I don't know, whatever.
Sure.
But there was one story. I was in San Francisco. Oh yeah, I was dog sitting, doing a dog sitting gig up there for whatever random reason. And I met some guy on an app, whatever. And we're messaging, and he's like telling me because he's on the spectrum. He has either Asperger's or some form of autism. So he's saying that everyone's always really mean to him and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, that's sad, like whatever. So that's the preparation, and so he has there's some weight like being brought into this, right? And so we go hang out, fuck, get food, like he gets us food, whatever. And there's no like nothing's weird or wrong or anything, like it's totally normal. Um, but we're drinking the whole time, and then we get really drunk, and we go back to his house, and we're just like sitting here like this. And I'm starting, oh, and we're like, what should we do? Like, we should watch a movie, like, whatever. So we put on Jurassic Park because that's on Netflix, and I feel like that's a, palate. It's like an easy, like, palate cleanser.
Mm.
And he starts to get like throughout it like really, I don't know if it was because he got too drunk or something, but he started cuddling with me in a way that was very Freudian, like mommy, like his head's in my on my stomach kind of thing, and like he starts to get really scared that I'm gonna leave, you know
Uh,
and then he starts to tell me that everyone he's ever met has left him, and starts to get like really emotional, and then he starts to like get louder, and I'm like, oh no, like it's okay, and he starts to cry a lot
uh-oh.
profusely and be like, oh, you're just gonna leave me like everybody else, and like please don't leave, da, da, da. And I'm just like, okay, like I have to drive like home to fucking like Berkeley or whatever. I should, well, 3 years sober, we make better
Let's
decisions.
go.
But yeah, so I had to drive. That's horrible, but I had to drive back, um, by the grace of God, and yeah, and I had to do kind of like a tiptoeing back out, and it just was trippy, like going down the hallway, hearing and I stayed for a good amount to like tuck him in, but I basically had to leave him in the middle of his, crying and melting down and stuff because it wasn't stopping for like, it was sad.
That is sad.
I don't know if that's, I mean, I feel, yeah, no, that's just, I feel like bad. It wasn't like a bad, like he's a bad person, but it was just
Yeah,
like there's
too
a
much.
lot of, yeah, it was
Yeah,
really
that's way too
intense. It was
much.
intense. And
Yeah.
I was like, can we just watch Jurassic Park? Like, why did it get so psychologically like
What
intense?
about
Like,
Jurassic Park? Brought
yeah, it
that out in
triggered
me.
you. Oh, poor guy.
Man. See, I was talking with Phil before, and we were talking about the theme, and I was like, I think like Peter wants to do like bad sex, and I was just like, none of my like bad sex stories are like they're just sad.
Yeah, I know. Like going into like drugged out environments, that was something I had to get used to moving
Oh,
to LA.
sure.
Because
Yeah.
they just call it
Scary.
partying on these apps.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm like 19. I'm like, yeah, I like to party. Like, I don't know what that,
Right.
like
Yeah.
have fun. Like,
Right.
and then you like walk into someone's house and someone's like shooting up.
Whoa.
And then they come in and the
Expect that you're down.
well, one time I like the first time that was so trippy that happened, someone was shooting up, and it wasn't even the guy I was supposed to be meeting up with. It was just some like his, tweaker like friend that he was hosting. And then the guy comes in to the room, and I didn't end up hooking up with the main guy because I was just so wigged out, but then we like just talked, and the other guy comes in and starts to show off this, like like a cyst or like a blood like blood bubble thing from the vein, and be like, "Yo, like, what's this, man? Like,
Some
shit."
Requiem for
And
a
I had
Dream.
just moved to LA. I'm like, "Whoa, dude! Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck is this?"
scary.
So it's like, I mean, I feel bad. Like, that's such a thing. So yeah, I mean, I guess going back to the film,
Yeah,
all of these
right.
cumulative experiences like have, I mean, that just indicates like a good amount of pain going on in the gay community, a lot of unhealed trauma that's being
Sure.
processed through like substances and stuff, um, and sex. And so, yeah. Oh yeah, but God, what else? I mean, I have like some messages that are
Let's hear them.
fun.
Yeah, throw them out there.
Cause Sniffies is, so do you know about Sniffies?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Sniffies, do you know about Grindr?
I know Grinder.
So you know how that layout looks. It's like social.
Sure.
Sniffies is a map. All right, we got T-9.
Oh no, we're good on time. We can go over an hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Sniffies
It was more of just a heads up.
is a map, and it's like circles of asses and dicks everywhere, and it's like
You click on an ass and a dick, and then you talk to the
you can
person.
talk to them. Yeah.
So it's just like floating default photos of asses and dicks, and you click them.
No, it's like chosen. Some of them are default, like icon, like a
Oh,
Facebook user,
that's
whatever.
crazy. I don't care if it's a gay dating app or
Yeah.
what. If your default photo is your ass or your dick, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
Especially if that's like
cut to the chase, my
your only
friend.
one, like no face pics.
Oh, some of
Field could
them.
be like that
Oh
sometimes.
yeah. No, no face is a thing. Oh yeah,
Oh, that's like the
that's a thing. Blindfold, ass
oh
up. I don't want to see your face. I don't want you to see mine. Oh yeah.
damn, that's
Oh yes,
feral.
honey.
So wait, like it. If you post your face, will it get flagged? You get
You're
like
actually not allowed to post your face on this one. No, you will definitely. You're definitely allowed to post your face. Just
that
a
would
lot
be
of people
so
don't.
cool if like
Yeah.
you get flagged and your account taken down. Like this is your third strike for
For
putting your
posting that mug.
for posting that
So
mug.
here's one. Sorry, bro. I was with my friends smoking a weed,
Oh God.
and it's the first message. So I
Next.
don't know what's sorry. Like what's sorry
Next.
for what?
Next.
Hello, Poppy. I want to be your party meth slutty sissy verbal power bottom high flying twisted spun out
Oh
kinky dirty
my
tweet
God.
out chem f word.
Damn.
It was kind of like, what's
So
that song that's like,
much.
da na na na, tinky winky, red da
Yeah,
pa da da
yeah,
bikini,
yeah.
party meth, slutty sissy, verbal power, bottom high flying, twisted.
Damn, he had the cadence for like the first few words.
It's like a
Damn.
haiku.
Yeah,
Um,
that's real.
Masculine, except when good smelling fire emoji gay men give me attention and I have to get my bussy clean. And I submitted passive and slutty for huge BYC or BWC. It's fire. And I want to get all of his manhood with like a mirror emoji in me, then come balls deep in me. No punctuation.
You know
You
what?
are,
Those sounds like
uh
the slutty Christmas text that go around. It's just like
huh.
you
Yeah.
know.
So wait, it goes on. You are fire. I don't know if I can help it with the George Michael Lil cousin face makes me feel vulnerable, but I'm going to be DTLA later this afternoon. If I have some change, we'll be at spa.
Damn, dude. Gay dating is wild.
um
Wow, that's just like I
Airwan
don't know.
BJ.
That's cool.
That's someone was at Airwan giving beach in the, and then look at this. This is like a Elmo. It's like it says
Fuck me.
fuck me right now.
Uh,
I don't know if it's supposed to be like Elmo.
um, wow, that's cool.
Sorry, did I just shock? Did I shock?
No, I'm not shocked. It's cool and funny. Um,
This guy,
yeah,
this
give me more.
person, this was a big mystery. Someone says Peter, who it. Well, I'm not gonna say this one.
Okay. You don't have to. Um,
I don't know if it makes me look.
the only like okay, in terms of like feralness in that regard, I mean, even Fields for me dating women is which it could be feral, but it's still like a conversation. It's still like, hey,
Yeah, it's just full like
there's
feral
never even
primal.
been anything close to like, hey, looking for a crazy power bottom, blah 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, like 80 different like
I love it.
terms and stuff.
Yeah. What are the craziest? Yeah, what are your crazy dates? Did we say your bad date yet?
No. Okay, so I'll tell my bad date. It's a little more wholesome than uh,
I'm
those.
sorry. I'm
No, don't be sorry.
trash. I
This is
know.
why you're here.
Yeah,
This is
I
why
bring
this
the
is.
trash with
Um,
me. I
I
don't
mean,
take it out, I bring it
the
in.
last episode I did, or I guess the one that's I won't say with who, but I was talking about how I met someone on Casual Encounters in 2011.
Ooh.
That was a
Ooh.
saucy one.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
pretty.
I
We
want
ended
to
up like
hear
dating
that.
for like a year and a
Is
half.
that the straight sniffies?
This was, I mean, this was before dating apps. So this was just like you put an ad out on Craigslist,
Ooh.
and it's
Oh,
for a
Craigslist
casual
cat. Yes, this
encounter.
is the original. Yes, I
Literally,
love
like
this.
no pictures, and someone
Oh,
was
wow. So it was no face. So you are
technically.
not a stranger to the no
I'm
face,
totally not a
my
stranger.
friend.
Yeah, I'm 100%. And I ended up like going into. I mean, I won't tell the story. I literally told it like 2 episodes, but I ended up like going into the deep into the woods to meet with this person in a trailer, and I thought she was gonna
Was
kill
it
me.
catfish?
No,
Oh,
wasn't
it
a
was
catfish.
actually.
It
Oh,
was
okay.
legit.
Oh, nice.
And we ended up dating for like over a year.
Oh, so it worked out.
It was very cool, but it
Cool.
was a form of like suicide in a sense because I was like, I'm either gonna get killed or I'm gonna bang someone,
No, that
and I'm down for
okay.
both.
We're
Like,
coming full circle because that is like the men problem. That's why the cruising shit,
uh,
everything about this convo, we put ourselves in these dangerous ass situations
sure,
because we're like so hardwired to get off.
sure. And it's like, well, if it doesn't work out, then I die, and I'm
It
down
like
for that.
doesn't matter. Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
literally how
you're
I
just like
thought.
yeah.
But anyway, okay. So this dating story. So I met this person on Tinder. This was probably in like, I don't know, 2018 or 19 or something. It was before the pandemic. I was still living at the forest. But so I was talking to this person for a few days. We like decided to like go on a date. I didn't have a car at the time. They had a car. And this person kind of had like stand-up comedian vibes, which like I'm just gonna
Hmm.
say it because this is my fucking podcast and I can do whatever the fuck I want. But like, I fucking can't stand stand-up comedians. And it's I know it's a very legitimate art form, a very respectable one. It's very cool, but all y'all that I've personally met are fucking annoying, obsessed with yourself, and use everyone around you as test subjects for your shit fucking jokes. Anyway, that's what this person was like giving off this vibes about. But they were well read and smart, and they were funny, and they were pretty. So I was like, okay, sure, let's go on a date. So she picks me up, and we had you ever been to? It's closed now, but it's called Yellow House in Koreatown.
Was it a restaurant?
It was a restaurant in a house, a
Yeah.
yellow
Oh,
house.
cool.
Really cool. So it was
Yeah.
very like white people don't really go there. Like they don't have an
Uh-huh.
English menu. So like
Okay.
when I would go, you'd have to like be on your best behavior. Like
Yeah.
respect the
Oh
culture that they've
shit.
curated in there.
Uh-oh.
So we get in there and this girl,
First date.
first date,
Okay.
is so and like usually people are there by themselves and they're like working and
Mm-hmm.
reading. It's very
Mm-hmm.
peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And this girl gets in there and she's like talking about like, man, like I was thinking about getting like the mac and cheese pasta, but like if you're gonna fuck me later, like I don't think I should. I should get like a salad, right, Mike? Right? I should get like a salad.
Wait,
Like
why were you guys doing
so
anal?
loud. Yeah, I don't know.
Why did it matter?
So
Wait,
saying all this very
that's a
perverted.
question I'm gonna ask
Yeah, I
later.
don't know
Why
why.
did that
I
matter?
don't know. Maybe she was
It
instigating
matters for
something.
me.
I mean, if she
Uh,
maybe wanted me to fuck her ass
yeah,
and
I
then didn't
mean,
want to
shit.
eat the, it wasn't. It was like a bacon kimchi pasta or some shit like
Wait,
that.
that sounds really good,
It
actually.
I've had it before at Yale House. It was so fucking good.
Shit.
But anyway, so she kept making these like perverted comments, and she would be like, "I bet your dick is really big," like, but like loud as fuck. And like it's so peaceful. There's this like very like zen. There's like
They're
music like
like,
you're getting a massage
yeah,
at like, and everyone's just like kind of looking around, and I am so embarrassed
yeah.
because I've been there a few times, and I would go there alone sometimes,
Uh-huh.
and like I felt like I was like really understanding the vibe of that place. It's
Hmm.
like you bring a questionable friend to a place
Yeah.
that you don't you're like
Oh,
please don't fuck
God.
up,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and then they
totally.
just
But you didn't
destroy
even know.
you.
You had never met
I had
her
no idea, which was
before.
my fault for taking them to like a gem of a spot.
So she came, she was ready. She was ready
She was very
to
ready.
jump in bed after
I
the
probably could have
thing.
been like,
Yeah,
"Hey, do you want to just leave right now and
yeah.
fuck?"
Well, you
And she
might
probably would have been
have.
down.
Maybe she would have been more focused on the food if you would have done it first. Maybe she was just so
Probably.
horny.
Yeah,
You just gotta get them off. Once you come, then you can focus on the food.
you're probably right.
No, I'm
You
just fucking
know,
with you.
I mean,
Sorry.
you're right. Most likely.
Sometimes you just need to bust.
Sometimes you just
No,
need a
but
bust.
that's hilarious. Like you're just like, oh my gosh, trying to have a wholesome
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, and
Someone's like,
so yeah, she's just being loud and pervy, like super super loud. Which I mean, I love my friends who are loud perverts in public, like,
mhm.
but in not in a place like this. I was trying to respect that
Perverted
place.
within reason.
You go to Erewhon and you want to talk about eating my
Yeah, yeah, you
ass,
can Air
like
One BJ.
Erewhon BJ's like,
Yeah.
I, by all means, I'm gonna be the one talking loud about that shit too.
Yes.
But anyway, so I'm rushing to eat, rushing to get the fuck out, and I'm like, all right, I need to fucking go. So, let me get the timeline of this right. Okay, so she was like, oh, it was sort of planned that we would get food and then go back to her place or like
Hmm.
watch a movie. And she was like, all right, so like
I don't know
let's
what
go
that
back to my
means.
place now. And I was just like, oh, I made up some lie that was sort of technically not a lie. Like someone who I was living with at the time had like a liver problem and like had an EMT
Okay.
come a few days prior.
Okay. Huh.
And I'm like, oh my roommate just texted me and they need my help. They need me to take them to the hospital. And she's just like, you don't have a car. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, oh, whatever, I'll figure it out. But like, I gotta go. And she's just like, because this was in like near USC
Uh-huh.
where I was living, and she's like, oh, I'll like drive you home. And I'm like, oh shit, like okay, I kind of want to like take the bus or the train, like just to run away, sort of thing. But she offered it, and I was like, all right, like whatever.
So had you left the restaurant
We
at this
left the
point?
restaurant at
You
this
had the
point.
food?
Yep.
Did you hook up?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
All
at
right.
this point, I was so grossly unattracted to this person. I
Yeah.
was like, get me the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
Like, so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so on fucking accident, the address that I give her is my work address, which is in Santa Monica. And I'm like, and I'm new to LA. I've been there for years, so I don't know everything that well. So I'm just like, damn, like why is it's been like 35 minutes? Why?
What? I
From
love how like
Koreatown to like USC, it's 20
oh
minutes or something.
no.
And I'm just like,
So yeah, no.
why am I
Sorry.
not recognizing anything? Like,
God. You're like, why do I see the beach?
yeah, pretty much. I'm just like, this is weird. But we were also talking, and she was being really fucking weird and like being really straightforward about stuff and be like, yeah, like if if you would have came over tonight and
Oh
eaten my pussy, then like
God.
my day would
So
be
much
amazing.
oh
But now,
shit, that's so much
because you're
pressure.
not coming over and fucking me, it's gonna suck. Like
I love how she drove you home. Like if she was that like wouldn't you just be like
she was
fuck
trying to
you like
like
take the
make jokes
bus.
about it,
Oh
like and have that
God.
be some form of riz in a sense.
Wow.
Like she was still trying to get it. And
Damn.
then eventually we get off at the exit, which is like near the cemetery, in the West Side, like the
In Westwood?
yeah, in
Oh
Westwood.
God, that's even
Yeah, it's
farther.
far as fuck.
Oh my
And then I see the
God.
cemetery and I'm like, oh
How
my
did none of
fucking
you
god,
realize
because
how
she
long
was
it was
so
going?
extreme in conversation. It was
Oh
like
yeah.
impossible
Did you
to
feel
like
like you were being held
focus.
hostage or
She
something?
did hold me hostage,
You were
and
in a
no,
vortex.
wait, she quite literally holds me hostage for like a few seconds. Anyway, so we, uh, I realized that I put in the wrong address, and then I'm
Uh-huh.
just like, I cannot withstand 5 more minutes of this person, let alone like a whole car ride back. Because she was like, "Oh, I'll drive you back." Like, it was
Why
very
was
like
she so
methy. I
down?
don't know
Oh,
why
oh,
she was
she
so.
was. Oh, she was she
No,
tweaking?
she was
Was she
not.
on some? Oh, she was.
But you know, people who like have meth energy who are not necessarily on meth, or like maybe they've like taken too much Adderall or something, or like
Yeah,
they're just like
yeah,
always like
yeah.
talking like
Adderall.
this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Peter, do you
yeah.
hear me? Like,
No, I got
and I'm
you.
like,
I'll
yeah,
take you back. No, 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 it's fine.
exactly. Oh, it's
Yeah.
fine. I'll take you back. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. I'm not doing anything because I thought you were gonna fuck me later. So like,
That,
yeah, obviously I'm not. Like, that was like the vibe. So I'm like, fuck. Like I can't be in the car with this
every
person
two
anymore.
seconds. Well, I just thought you were gonna fuck me later.
Literally, she like kept bringing it up. Like you could have just like came over and cuddled and stuff. You didn't have to like hook
Oh
up or anything. But like maybe
no, poor
haha like you
thing.
if you would like smell me or
She's
something, I bet I could totally like
on
get you.
one. She's horny.
Yeah,
You're not putting out.
no,
Like, what's going
yeah.
on?
Sorry
She
to
drove you to Westwood.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, then what happens?
So um, for a minute I like tell her okay you can drive me home and I'm trying to calculate how I can get out of this situation. So she's driving south on Sepulveda, which there's the train station
Uh huh.
which is the Expo line,
Mhm.
I believe.
Mhm.
Whatever. So I was getting to close to my train that I would take to come home, and I was like, oh, I could just take the train. And I was like, you know what? I think it'll be like faster if I just take the train, like because there's traffic. 'Cause it was probably like 4 o'clock or something. And she's like,
PM.
PM, and
Okay.
she's
Yeah.
like, oh no, like doing her thing, and we're getting closer and closer to the train, and I'm like, I think I'm just gonna like hop out and like get on the train
Uh huh.
and go. And she's like, no, like just stay. Like I'll drive you home. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait till you stop and then I'm gonna get out. And she hits the fucking child lock
Oh
button,
shit.
and
Oh.
like
Uh. Uh.
I'm like, hey, like you you gotta let me out.
Yeah.
And she's just like, I don't understand why you want to leave. And I was just like,
Oh
then it was just
no.
like, then I kind
That's
of freaked out. Then I was
yeah.
in like fight or flight mode. I was just like, oh my god, like this is why. And I was new to LA and online dating.
Mhm.
Like I had probably only been on like few Tinder dates
Wow.
at that time. So, the cliches that come with it and
It's like all in the first date. That's really
insane.
intense. That's
So she
very
fucking hits
intense.
the child lock thing and I'm like, hey, like you really gotta let me out. Like
Mhm.
I'm 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 really uncomfortable. You gotta let me
Yeah.
out. And she's just like, I'll just drive you home. It'll be quicker. And I like reach over her lap, hit the child lock button,
Uh-huh.
and I open the door and I get out and I'm start sprinting.
Yeah. Oh my
Like, cause I'm
God, you poor
afraid.
thing.
And then she's just like, "Hey, Mike, Mike!" Like yelling. She's like, "Come
Whoa,
back!" And I'm
really?
like running and like
Damn.
looking behind me. Like I'm like, cause in my head I was like, it wouldn't surprise me if
Scary.
this bitch is just gonna drive up on the curb
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's freaky.
give me a ride home and like,
Although, like, when have you ever met someone in LA who was that eager to drive you all around? Like
I could
in
have taken
that sense,
advantage.
like
Yeah,
if we could take everything else about it and just keep that, I need this chick in my life.
that's fair. I wish I remember
Like
her
I've
name.
never like imagine so oh I'll drive yeah, I'll
Right,
drive you to Westwood. I'll drive you to the airport.
right.
God, we need someone like that
Shout out to
without
this queen.
everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
wherever
to this
she
queen.
is,
She is
yes.
married. I did
Oh.
find her Instagram like
Oh, well,
I don't know, sort
we
of
know how
recently.
that happened.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe like I don't know, 6 months ago or something. And
You're the one that got
see it.
away.
I'm the one that got away. It could have been me. But
Sorry, it's
yeah,
horrible.
she's married. Shout out to her. Um,
Has she seen have Has she seen your viral reels yet, do you
I don't know,
think?
but I think about that
Do you
sometimes
think
too.
she's like beating herself because she
Oh, cause
doesn't get you,
oh
get
man,
to
I
be
hope
with you
so. That would
now?
be so sick.
You mustache like wrangler, you mustache
Ah,
warrior.
mustache
You're out here in
warrior.
home
I,
goods, like
I didn't even have a mustache at the time. People forget that I didn't have a mustache.
you don't have a mustache in the video?
In that video, no, I do. So
Oh.
when I first moved to LA, when we first met, I didn't have a mustache.
Oh,
I
really?
had like
Huh.
I had dated one person, never had a mustache. You know this person, I'm not gonna say their name.
Yeah.
Um, shout out to them. They're cool.
Yeah, we
No
like
beef.
them.
We like them. But yeah, and then after that, that's when I experimented with a mustache for the first time.
And the rest is
And the
history.
rest is fucking history.
Yeah.
I've had it for years
The
now.
the shaved head and the mustache is a vibe. I
It
like
how could
it.
it not be hot? It's
No,
like
it's
it's
always gonna be, and I mean, not that, I think I'm like the hottest thing ever, but I always liked people with that look, and I
it's
was like, why
cool.
don't I just do it then?
Literally same. I remember watching, was it Tom Hardy? Is that his name in Charles Bronson? Have you seen
I
that?
don't know what that
Do you know
is.
Charles Bronson? Oh
No.
man,
I've heard of it. Obviously, I don't know what it is though.
he's a
Oh shit,
notorious.
sorry.
Um, he's coined like the most dangerous prisoner of all time,
Okay.
and
Okay.
he would just like beat the shit out of cops and kill a bunch of people and
Okay.
like do crazy shit. But he looked like this super buff, shaved head,
Uh,
mustache with the
I'm
teeny
gonna look this up.
glasses,
Oh, really?
and
Like,
that's
so
kind of
just like how
like
you're dressed right now.
pretty much he's like my big like fashion. Yeah, look up Tom Hardy, um, Charles Bronson, and it'll come up. Um,
Okay. Oh my God. Ugh.
here, yeah, like that Popeye photo.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like everything I need in life.
that's sort of my aesthetic goals. Um, really cool.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's the vibe.
it's the vibe.
That's everything.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
Wow.
Um,
Well, I'm gonna go to the park now. No, just
yeah,
kidding.
right.
Look at that photo.
um, well, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah,
That
thank
was a
you
fun
so much
talk.
for having
Of
me. That
course.
was
Thanks for
kind
coming.
of like we covered a lot,
Covered
but
a
also
lot.
we stayed contained. So,
We did stay contained. Did
yeah,
great.
yeah.
Good stuff.
Is there anything else that you want to ask each other, me?
That's it.
All right.
That's all I got.
Yay.
Sick.
Well,
Hell
thank
yeah,
you
dog.
so much
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Um,
Firm believer in Jesus in the
of
house,
course, yes,
FBI.
as am I. Cool, y'all. See you next time, fucking heathen bastards.
Bye.
See ya.
Thanks for having me.
Later. Nice.